So where do I start here? Where do I start? I don't know. For the longest time when I was younger, I saw motorcycles. I was like, at first I was like, yeah, it's dangerous. Like, you're cool. And I always thought they were assholes. You know what I mean? Like, there's assholes in everything, but this is a very select group. As I said, I was younger. I always see motorcyclists as, like, assholes, people who just cut people off. And I just start to, like, I don't know, as I grew older, I just get more and more intrigued, because I remember my brother always like, oh, I want to get a motorcycle when I get older. I'm like, okay, well, if he wants it, I want it too. But yeah, I believe as I grew older, I kind of saw motorcycles as more of a convenience rather than just assholes riding it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you run into those like t-shirt guys or sweater or hoodie guys that pop wheelies or just cut people off and flip people off, smash mirrors. Yeah, there's that, because it's like biking is like a very rebel thing. It's like horseback riding. It's like those Mongolians, like nomads on the run. Your local mercenaries ready to kill. Yeah, I start seeing biking as more as like a convenience thing versus seeing it as as kind of like a dangerous kind of thing. I feel like an asshole every time ever since I lane split, I feel like an asshole, man. So that's how I always viewed riding, as like kind of like a convenience factor, as more of I grew up. And also a little bit before I started considering even getting a bike, I was like, yeah, I want to be cool, I want to ride a motorcycle to be cool, but you gotta be honest with yourself. It's a liability when you're riding a bike. You don't have all the protection, obviously. You hear that from many other bikers. It's just is you, the bike, and one crash is fatal. It's a fatal crash. So I get a license for a motorcycle, and I put it off for like 2 years, since 2017 until now. And then I was just like, one day I just realized, I was like, you know what, like, I want to feel like I'm doing something in my life. I want to take responsibility of something, so I did. Before I thought about biking first, I saved money. I enrolled myself in the MSF course class, which basically is a 2-day course to get yourself your endorsement for riding. And the first time I swung my leg over that bike, that 250cc bike that they gave me, man, adrenaline was rushing through my body. I was just like, holy crap, like an engine that can potentially go like 80-90 miles per hour is like right beneath me. And then I turned that thing on, and I was just like, holy crap. That thing is on, like, it's like vibrating my butt, in a non-sexual way. It felt great, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, I'm ready to like take this thing off. And we're going like 10-15 miles per hour in that course, and man, I felt like I was like gonna die. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy, you know what I mean? After the MSF course class, I was like, man, like, I think this is something I want to do. But I wasn't sure, because there's a lot of factors that put doubt that in my head. I was like, what if I am gonna die? Or especially family, like family and friends, and was like the hardest part. Family and friends were always telling you, no, you're gonna die, don't do it. It's there's always it's not you, it's the person who's driving around you. It's it's not that you're gonna die, it's when you're gonna die, you know what I mean? Like those questions, those things, and it's hard to rebuttal against those. And you know, I appreciate everyone, like I appreciate every I just stalled there straight up. I just straight up stalled. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, you know, it's tough, you know, answering those questions, and it's just like, you know, you don't really have a rebuttal for it, but it's just more like, you know, you kind of take it in, and you understand that, you know what, they're saying this because they care. Like they literally, like, they care about your life. Like you mean something to each and every one of these people, and that, you know, they only say this because they care. But that being said, it was like, I get that they care, but you know, going through this depressive state and feeling like I want to try something or do something that's, you know, that's perfectly legal, to do, you know, it was to better my mental state, you know, that, which is why I picked up motorcycling. And I put it off for like 5-6 months, even though I had my endorsement. I was like ready to ride. And you know, one day I was just saving up enough money, and I was like, you know what, F it, like I'm gonna go for it. I think spring break rolled around, and I just went for it. It feels so good to ride, and you know, this feelings I can't explain, and I'm not sure other people who sees this, you know, that's riding or not riding, it's, you know, it's a feeling you really can't explain. I bought it knowing that my parents were super against it, and I don't recommend anyone do this, but you know, I hid it from my parents for a good 2 weeks, and I've been meaning to tell them earlier, but the funny thing is that telling them was the hardest part. But I'll save that for another video. I will definitely save that for another video, because it's a long story how it's, I wish I told them, but they found out. It's funny how they found out. Actually, it's not really funny, but you know, I'll save it for another video. But mainly it's just I wanted to talk about kind of my thoughts on motorcycling, and why I decided to pick up a motorcycle, and why, basically why I'm riding. I'm always like kind of like that person that's just like, yeah, you know, I'm here for you. I talk to me when you can, you know, if you're feeling lonely, you can call me. But I was never like that. I was never the like, I don't know, I just felt like I was like never important, I guess. So that's when I picked this up, and man, I tell you, like, this thing just, it was like the moment I rode my bike around, like if I'm not hanging out with anybody, and usually I like to lately I've been like understanding, like it's okay to be alone kind of thing. It's cheesy to say, but like someone on their like damn horse and stuff, this guy didn't want to wave or something. Okay, I got this guy. Anyway, I mean, as cheesy as to say, it's like imagine like I'm gonna bring back the Nomads, right? The guy and his horse, it's like, you know, they're never alone. It's like that's his companion. Same thing with my bike. It's like, it's almost as if it's a companion, you know what I mean? Oh, there's another bike here too. You want to lace with me, man? Am I gonna do this alone? How's it going, man? I'm doing this alone, man. And it's basically how I treat this bike. It's yeah, I see it as just like my trusting companion. Like, it never ceased to fail me. You know what I mean? Or at least I hope it doesn't cease to fail me. I mean, I only had this for like 2 months, a little bit over 2 months, and so far it's been very, very good to me. And it's just like, you know, I think it's not just like feeling alone, but it does help that there's other bikers out there, and like, you know, you conversate over like your hobby. It's like, yeah, you know, you bike too, or like, you know, you just do that wave. You wave at other bikers, and it feels good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if it's like weird or it's just me as a new rider, but it just feels good. It's like to see other people just biking, whether it's like a dual sport or super sport or a cruiser or cafe ride. It doesn't even matter. Like, the fact that you're like kind of like you're in this together kind of thing. You know what I mean? You see this, man? Green light, and I'm all feels so. That's why, you know what? Like, every time a green light when a red light turns green, you wait like 2 seconds. I don't care if you beep at me. Like, you know, even when I'm driving a car, I wait at least like 1 or 2 seconds. It's just like, you know, I'm not gonna blast off, because, you know, there's just drivers who just like disregard the red lights and just like, you know, they're in a rush to like, I don't know, get coffee or something. I don't know. Pseudo. Anyways, get into the Starbucks here. Let's see here. Oh shit, man. All good, bro. Alright, so I'm back on the road. Just finished my coffee break, which I always do. I want to do a series of just coffee rides. Alright, so I'm gonna meet up a friend of mine at a place he's DJing at a bar. When you're riding alone, or when you feel lonely, and it's like you pick up a hobby that you do. Like for me, when I picked up motorcycling, it just makes me not feel alone, you know what I mean? I guess it's just anything you do, anything you're passionate about, you just feel like not as bad about it, but or you don't feel bad about life, you know. Now there's a purpose. Now there's like there's something you can look forward to. How about that? Yeah, there we go. It's like when I play my favorite games. It's just there's something I can look forward to. There's something now I can look forward to doing. You know, when I wake up, I'm like, oh, I'm ready to take out my bike, you know. And I love morning rides. I love morning rides, and I love night rides. You know, day rides are nice, but the best is the morning. You know, the morning feels so good. You know, especially when you're before traffic and everything. You're just riding around the mountains or something. It just feels good. Also, riding at night, it feels all magical. I think in the morning it's therapeutic, but at night it's just like magical. It's just like, I don't know how to explain it, but you feel high up there. It's like a drug, you know. It's a nice M3, man. It's nice. Here's the clean M3. Like, there's no two-way street around riding, you know. But especially like, you know, when you ride, it takes a lot of extra focus. You know what I mean? It's not something that's like you just pick up and you're like, oh, you're ready to go. You have to take it step by step, and you have to understand, like, before you ride, there's a specific focus and a specific understanding that you need to go through before you can just, you know, hop on over on like a two-wheel, like, quote-unquote death machine, right? And as far as the reasons why I picked an R3, I don't see myself needing to get anything else beyond the 300. It's sometimes I feel like it's nice to maybe to get something stronger. But, you know, my next step would probably be a 600. It's just extremely therapeutic. It's just being on this bike right now, like, I just can't explain how good it feels. Who knows, like, I could get bored later, but right now I'm just having the time of my life. I guess it's almost like the same feeling of getting your license for the first time, right? Being able to get behind the wheel and just drive. But I think there's more of a connection, especially when you're doing when you're riding a bike, is because it's like, you know, that's like riding a bicycle, right? It's more of a connection to nature, especially. I mean, I sound so cheesy right now. But man, it's just you and it's just you and everything else around you. It's like you're exposed to every element. Loud noises, the wind, riding, nature, especially when you take this away from the city and then you're riding it through the mountains or through like the back roads. Oh, that's even a better feeling. Taking this to the back roads is even better feeling. Like the mountains is different, right? You're carving it, but when you take it to the back roads where it's just flat and you're just you and nature and no other cars around you, it's one hell of a high, I guess. I guess it's a high in its own way, you know. Not all motorcyclists are assholes, you know. There's just a very select few. Like going back to what I said, it's just in everything you do, there's always the outliers. There's always the one bad side of things. You know, any hobby you do, there's always, you know, that bad group that makes it look bad. But to me, it's just like, you know, I like to be friendly with everybody. Like if you treat me with respect, I treat you with respect, and that's only all I can say about this. And you know, it's nice to wave at people, make people smile, or give them a thumbs up, or tell them they have a nice car. You know, sometimes, yeah, you get people who cut you off. You get mad. It's human nature. So it turns out I wasn't lost. I was going the right way. I was just being paranoid. You know, for a long time I always wanted to vlog. Like, I mean, ever since I can remember. And I was like, you know what? Now I can combine two of my favorite things, motorcycling and vlogging. And then I fell in love with motor vlogging. And I was like, oh shoot, man, this is the way to go. Oh, damn, this guy's hella good. Okay, I see you, fam. All right, I get you, man. I want to say I'm here. I'm not sure.
What's up, guys? We out here. Do this.
All right. Well, I'm heading home now. Going home? All right, brother. See ya. I honestly can't wait to go home and edit this. You know, no, honestly, and then doing all this video stuff and having something able to work on just really helps. Whew. Man, that strong smell of hard work, I guess. I conclude my day. I will see everyone on my next motovlog. You guys have a good night, and if you like the content, please like and subscribe, and tune in the next time. Bye, guys.